Are we live?
Woohoo.
Yeah, we're actually live. Oh.
Yeah, we're live.
We are live?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steve the Gamer, and you're watching One Side of the Coin. With me tonight, as always, is...
MacTac.
And we have a special guest, member of our Genesis Battle of Champions community.
Billy Gorcsi.
Billy Gorcsi, yes. So tonight, a couple of things we're going to be talking about. So Sid had touched base with us on his live stream earlier this week on Tuesday about the relevance of Pressure Point, with the big giant question mark behind this card, whether it is actually a really good card or not in the game. So we're going to touch base on that a little bit. We're also going to be talking about some absolutely amazing 6-cheese summon for Swarm decks and some good ideas for Swarm decks, which will also go along with how to prevent Pressure Point from being used with a Swarm deck, right? So Billy, who I introduced with the Angel deck for Nubia, knowing very well that he plays Necrolyte as well in that timeline, right?
Yeah.
And how Swarm decks are very effective against, say, spellcasters, for more or less,
Mm-hmm.
right? So just swarming the battlefield with a bunch of summons, not using a lot of techniques, which Pressure Point eliminates, right? So before we're going to get into that, we're going to announce we're going to be doing a giveaway tonight. The Heads or Tails Gaming promo card desk companion. So if you're interested in getting this, participate in the chat. Like and subscribe to our channel as well, and you'll have the opportunity. We'll announce the winner at the end of the show. So a couple of other things too to announce. Our 2021 champion informed me today that he is under the weather. He's not feeling very well. He's getting tested. So our show, two champions and a stack of cards, will be canceled for this upcoming Sunday, which we were scheduled to film due to his illness. So another thing, COVID has hit. We're staring at an empty store down here at Heads or Tails Gaming tonight. Normally every Thursday night, our community gathers together to play Genesis every Thursday night. But unfortunately, our play space has to be shut down due to the new restrictions here in Ontario for COVID. So a little bit sad about that. But I'm going to try to keep my spirits up, and that's why we're giving away a card tonight.
We love you, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Be happy.
I'm trying to be happy. I mean, it's not an easy thing to deal with, right? All the restrictions and how it affects small businesses. But yeah, so hopefully everybody out there is doing okay and healthy and whatnot. So yeah, let's get into talking about some Genesis. Kickstarter ends tomorrow. Actually, how do you feel about that?
What, that it ends tomorrow?
That it ends tomorrow, yeah.
I mean, everything has to end at some point, right?
Yep.
So I feel it's probably better to end it now than let it drag on too long, because you're only going to get so many backers up to a point.
Right.
So letting it go for too long and nothing changing is just a waste of time at that point, I feel.
Yeah, I think if it goes too long, and then it'll kind of hit to that max point or whatever, and then might as well just finish it up. I am happy but sad at the same time for the Kickstarter ending. Happy that it is ending. That way, it's like, okay, Kickstarter's done. Let's move on. Like, let's focus more on the gameplay of Genesis and not really worry about, hey, Kickstarter's still going back. Kickstarter this, Kickstarter that. But at the same time, it's like, well, I really want this game to be pushed further, get more people involved in it and interested in Kickstarter is one amazing way to do it, right? Yeah. So, any thoughts or concerns on the Kickstarter?
I do agree with Billy. Like, I mean, with how I agree with Billy with how quickly it went, I guess you could say. I mean, I guess they could have ended this a while ago, but I mean, it was good that they kept it going on for a bit longer in case anyone was late coming in to back it. But
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm super excited to see because we hit a lot of the stretch goals and even further the new stretchier goals as they call them. So looking forward to getting all that extra bonus material and whatnot. And promos. I'm really excited about the promos as well. So did you back the Kickstarter?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I did too.
And Matt, shout out to the voice behind the camera from out of nowhere, Richard Summers. Colin is working, can't join us tonight, but we're gonna say hi to Colin anyway.
Hi, Colin.
Hi, Colin.
I miss you.
We miss Colin, yes. So hopefully he's able to watch or tune in later and hear us say shout out to him. And Richard, who's taking care of all that stuff. Mac Attack's handling all the comments on the stream. So yeah, throw a comment on there, say hi. So let's get into talking about Pressure Point. Pressure Point is a Axon 3 Chi execute. It's a technique itself for the cost of 5 energy, negate target technique, played by a champion in Pressure Point's awareness. It has 1 forward awareness. So this card was recognized 2019 championship. Alex used it against me in the final round. He was very successful with this card. However, at that point, gameplay was minimal, at a minimal, right? And I mean, the game has come and expanded so much. We've learned so much about the strategy behind this game. The awareness, for one, is where I want to start focusing on. It's 1 forward awareness. So basically that champion has to be directly in front of you in order for this card to take place. One main thing about this game that we've discovered, flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Flanking is a key thing in this game. If you have the opportunity to attack from the flank, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Right? So you're never going to attack straight on to the champion just because the majority of the techniques or cards are all forward awareness.
Yeah.
Right? So there's not going to be any kind of counter. So to actually make Pressure Point more effective. What?
Keep going. We're good.
You're good.
Okay. To make Pressure Point. Well, you guys are all laughing. It's like.
We'll have some fun comments for you when you're done talking.
Okay. Oh, boy. I'm looking forward to that. To make Pressure Point really, really effective, card that was released in Rays called Peripheral Vision. So if you're getting flanked by the champion with a technique, say such as Bull Shot, or there's another really good one, Wind Slash. Wind Slash is another good one too, right? Which are techniques. Peripheral Vision is for the cost of 3 energy. You may rotate. So, however, putting the 2 of them together to make them effective, the cost is now 8 energy.
Yeah.
8 energy, right? So it becomes very expensive, right? So, I mean, for what it's worth, the cost of a Bull Shot is only 4 energy to do 4 damage.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting with a Bull Shot, you're going to be 2 away from the champion anyway, right? So therefore, this is really no good against it.
Yeah,
right?
It's just a waste at that point.
At that point, it is a waste. So, but then another card is Chrono. So you can Chrono yourself into a position where Pressure Point is actually going to be useful, but I mean, you can still get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Whether there's Oten, side stabs, et cetera, right? So, but then you're also, again, wasting resources just to get in the position to make this card, which is very costly, effective, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, in my personal opinion, I've never really used a lot of Pressure Point in the majority of the timelines that I built. The fact that it's a 3 Chi, it's a balance card.
Yeah.
So outside of for your 7 Chis, right? So outside of from your knowledge, I mean, you're relatively new with the game.
Yeah.
What do you think would be a really, really good replacement for a 3 Chi balance to a 7 Chi for Axon?
Chrono or not Kabus.
Kabus, right? Kabus is one. I use a lot of Kabus, especially for swarm decks. Kabus is really amazing to use, but it doesn't do the same thing, right? So, but it's still a summon, and it's easy to get out onto the battlefield. But for what it's worth, it gives you more turns, another body to attack with, etc., whatnot. Whereas Pressure Point could end up being a dead card in your hand.
Yeah.
2 cards that I love these 2 cards. Right now, they're not with Axon, but if you're playing like Nubia or any kind of Axon Bellum combination, these are really amazing replacements for Pressure Point. They are 4 cheese, so you're 1 chi higher, but the cost on these is so much less, and the effectiveness is so much better, and they have a better awareness. So right off the bat, Torrance and Gale. 100%. Now, neither one of these got reprinted in J2. So Torrance came from Beta. Gale came from Welcome to J. Lara. So Torrance, negate target technique played by a champion and Torrance awareness unless they pay 5 energy. So would you be willing to pay 5 energy if Torrance was played against you? Say you're playing a bullshot. And I play, because Bullshot's not only a technique, it's also an attack ability. So both of these cards could be effective against it, right? So Bullshot costs you 4 energy.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay 9 for a Bolt Shot. Would that be something you're willing to do?
It all depends on the situation that you're in.
Okay, fair enough.
If the Bolt Shot landing is going to determine how the rest of the game goes, then yes, it'd be well worth it. But if you're early on, you're just trying to get some damage in, no, it's 100% not worth it.
Not worth it.
Paying the extra 5, especially if you're in Nubia, it's not worth it with how many extra cards you get every round.
Well, yeah, because you're drawing 2 on her, and you're going to go through that timeline really fast to begin with Nubia. But say like who else would be able to, or like Cocoon even.
Yeah.
So, but Cocoon has the 1 energy reduction. So, or even Raha, they're not going through their timeline as quickly. Would they be willing though? Right. It all, again, you're right. It all depends on the situation, right? So Gale, negate target attack ability played by a champion and Gale's awareness unless they pay 5 energy as well. Both of these have a double forward awareness too, which could stop Bolt Shots like in their path, right? But again, it's like if you're getting flanked from the side, they're going to be worthless as well, right? Unless you're going to be able to use something that can rotate you, like peripheral vision.
Someone said Gust was in J2.
Gust is in J2? Okay, well, thank you. Who said that? Jonathan? Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure if it did get a... No, that's Gust. This is Gale.
Oh.
Gale. It's not Gust, it's Gale. Which I don't think it is in J2. So I mean, they are 2 really good replacement cards. Your chi does go up just slightly. However, 3 chis, so like if you're playing core or any Sawhas like Rain or Kendra, etc., it won't be able to use Torrance or Gale, but you can easily find a better 3 chi card than Pressure Point, right? So I mean, the fact that Pressure Point hasn't been reprinted since beta, everybody's like, I gotta have Pressure Points, but to me personally, I don't think it's really that great of a card or that needed in a timeline. Especially when you see a lot of cards like Oten. Oten's a 6 energy cost being played at the 3 chi level. A lot of the 3 chi level cards are very expensive for the most part, and are they really all that great, right? So, but when you get cards like Kabus, which are absolutely really really good. Which is going to bring us into the next topic, more or less. So 6 chis. So if you look at a balance for your 4 chis, if you're upping your level of your timeline that way, outside of 7 chis, which a lot of people go for, 7 chis are really powerful. 8 chis, even though they're hard to balance, can be very powerful, but very hard to squeeze multiples in your timeline. But so looking at 6 chis, and another thing, what kind of deck can you build that would stop Pressure Point altogether if you were facing it?
Necro Swarm. would be
a
one.
swarm. Yeah, exactly. Swarm decks, right? So if you're not putting any techniques in your timeline and you're playing against somebody that's got their deck stacked with the pressure point, right? And you're just swarming the board and they have no use for that pressure point, it becomes a dead card in their hand. They can no longer use it, right? Because it's ineffective. And at that point, you're just swarming the board. They can't stop you from doing anything, right? So 6 chi summons. I got quite a few here. We're going to talk about the two main ones because we're going to go through them really quick because they are a given.
We got Chrono Walker, he's pretty cool kid, and then Giant Scorpion.
Giant Scorpion, yes, and Chrono Walker. Giant Scorpion being for a summon, 6 chi, 4 health, 3 damage, range attack, and its awareness is amazing. Like, yeah, it's probably very repetitive on these. Chrono Walker, yeah, probably by far the #1 summon in the game. Swift summon, and you switch spots with it when it's placed on the battlefield, and it takes all the damage instead of you when
Really
it comes into play. We got a comment?
Yeah, just Richard, because Jonathan had said, "Oh, Gail, sorry, my bad," and Jeff, hi Jeff, said a little whiteout and a little Sharpie, and every Gale can be a gust. Richard said, "Yeah, dude, Sharpie fixes everything."
Except
I said,
relationships.
Yep. Jonathan said, "You're the artist. Make us a chibi Gale." Ooh,
Chibi Gale.
that'd be interesting.
Well,
There was more good ones
What's the
up a
artwork?
little higher, though.
it's
Oh, so it'd just be 2
yeah,
champions.
yeah, it'd be Raha and Malik
Malik.
battling it out.
I think we should go back to the God comment.
The what?
The thing that we're all laughing about.
What's that?
Okay, hang on, where is it?
Good to know the cameraman's name so I can stop calling it the voice of God.
Oh,
Yep.
Jeff said that.
the voice.
It's okay, Jeff. Keep calling me the voice of God.
No,
We're good.
it's okay.
You know,
So if you're looking to build like a relatively good swarm deck, so some options you have for 6 chi summons. Chaz, or I can never pronounce this one. Chiasmodon, I think is.
Chasmodon?
Yeah, Chiasmodon, I think is how Lionel told me it was pronounced. Remember the show we had when we had Lionel on? He corrected me on the pronunciation, but
Yeah, I just thought it was
anyway.
Chasmodon.
So this thing, it only costs you 10 aura, and it's a resurrect beacon. So whenever something dies, you can resurrect it in its place. It has an action attack though of 2 damage, but double forward awareness, ranged attack, and whenever it deals damage to something, it gains that much health. So basically, it can eat things, get rid of really small summons, and get bigger, right?
Yeah.
So having this in a swarm deck is absolutely amazing. Again, 6 chi. You want to do this one?
Yeah. The Colossal Ant. It's it costs 11 aura at an action beacon. And
You can do this one.
he's got 4 life, and he's got a basic 2 attack, and the toss. Yeah. The toss is if a champion or summon is dealt damage by Colossal Ant, then place it on any spot around Colossal Ant.
Yeah. So he throws summons around. So it's he's got a rampage toss ability built into him. What's this cost?
11 aura.
11 aura. Yeah. How much health?
4.
For 4 health.
I
Yeah.
went over all this. You were talking.
Sorry. I was trying to convince Billy to talk about a card, but he doesn't
That's
want to do
okay.
it.
Can't convince Billy to do anything.
Anyway, yeah. I really like Colossal Ant. It's cheap. Has good health. 2 damage with that rampage toss built into him to throw things around. Used a lot with alterations, right? So if you have an alteration next to him, picks at whatever he's hitting, throws it on there. So here's a good pointer for you, Jeff, for your quicksand. You may want to throw some Colossal Ants
I've
in
also
that time.
seen it used defensively too.
Yeah.
Hit your own champion with it to move it out of the way of harm.
Yes. Yeah. To take less damage. So if you're going to get like a massive attack or somebody's hitting you with like Thunderstruck or a Sandstorm or something like that, if it's sitting behind you, yeah, you can definitely get out of the attack. Take a little bit lesser damage because you'd still have to take that attack, right? So what's that?
It's a comment saying to Jeff, make us chibi everything.
Yes, chibi everything.
Can you make a chibi of a chibi?
No,
That thing?
no, because the chibi's the art style, so you have to have something in there.
Well, you can chibi-ize anything, right? So can't you chibi-ize a chibi?
No, because it's already
and even
chibied.
cuter.
No, because it's
No?
already chibied.
All right, I'm wrong.
Or just make the head bigger and the
Yeah,
eyes even
and then
smaller.
The body even smaller.
Yeah, see a little tiny body, big giant
Super
head
chibi.
with little tiny eyes. Sure.
Called the mini chibi.
And then it would look like you.
Like a chibi.
Oh, that's fight words, Steve-O.
Then it would look like Richard. NIUXIU. Yeah.
You.
Zayu,
I don't
I
know.
think, because
Yeah.
usually the X.
The bull.
Good
is
with the
Z.
chibi.
We're gonna call it the bull.
Can I see it?
What's
Bull.
that?
I can read weird stuff.
NIUXIU.
What Billy said.
NIU or NI. Okay. Anyway, the bull. It's the bull. Yeah. It's Thymos summon. 6 chi, 5 health. This sucker's got 5 health for 16 aura cost to summon. 3 damage, and it has Holy Brand. So everything dealt damage by it without Holy Weakness gains Holy Weakness for the rest of the round. So Thymos Bellum decks could make really, really good use of this card for swarming. So Holy Weakness is if a holy damage is dealt to them, it's increased by 1. So you can even up the amount of damage that this does by giving your summon or your opponent's summons Holy Weakness, and then you just have a mass amount of them hitting for, instead of doing 3 damage, they're now doing 4. So for the cost of 16 with 5 health, definitely hard to get rid of them on the battlefield on an initial shot, right? So it takes a lot of resources to eliminate them. We don't see a lot of these played. Why not?
I don't know.
Right? Like, I mean,
Because it's hard to say the name.
yeah, I don't think the name has any.
I was gonna say there
Could
are
be.
other cards
I
that have
wouldn't
hard
play
to
it.
say names that people play.
Right?
You can't say it, you can't play it.
Can't say it, you can't play it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's definitely does not get a lot of attention, but I definitely think it should for what it's worth, its cost, its chi level, and everything like that. The bull is like absolutely amazing card, I think. Next one would be the Mongol. Come on, you got to read one. No, come on, Billy. Mongol. 4 water attack. So this thing, again, is amazing. 6 chi, 4 health. However, at the beginning of its turn, it may move to a spot adjacent to a target in its awareness. This sucker has so much mobility. It's ridiculous. It is shown as kind of like a snake. So this thing slithers all over the place. So if it's sitting behind something, you can wrap around it and then still move, right? Like it's, yeah, so good. What?
Zach put I'm deaf or I'm blind. Richard put I'm deaf, and then Richard put me and Zach together and make one full person.
Yeah, that would probably work.
The math is so good there.
You would still have you would still look like an oversized head chibi guy.
All right, we'll have to get Jeff right on that.
Yeah.
Combine that. Me combined with Zach.
So back to the Mongol.
Gotta have the traditional Mario hat that he wears all the time.
Oh, God.
4 water damage. So if you can give something water weakness, you're upping it to 5 with use of a water pillar. I know I had built timelines based around this guy initially. Doing 5 water damage with a water pillar. How the sucker can move so well across the field is such a good card. Again, another one that it doesn't see a lot of play, and I really think that it should. But last but not least,
I just caught on to that comment. I didn't get it at first.
I'll let you do the last one.
Necrolyte.
Necrolyte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 3 health. He costs 18 to beckon at action speed. He does 3 dark attack, and got a trigger with the cast. When Necrolich enters the arena, select a summon with 5 chi or less from your memories. Place it on a spot adjacent to Necrolich, facing the same direction as Necrolich, then exert it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of reading.
Jonathan has a really good question.
What's the question?
Competitive... Oh, you say, because you're closer.
Has competitive play been planned for your store yet?
Competitive play? Yeah, it has. We've been running organized play for quite some time now. Every Saturday, we usually run organized play tournaments, whether it's constructed, draft, or sealed. It's all listed up on the Geo site for Genesis Battle of Champions. So you can always check out when our events are being run. Every Thursday night. Before I get further onto that, because of COVID, we're shut down the play space, so we're not running any organized events at the moment. But once the restrictions are all lifted again, yeah, we definitely run it all the time. With Steve-O's deck building prowess, is he banned from the deck building HCG contest? I don't know. Am I banned?
Who runs it?
Oh, it's the contest right now is being run by Haunted Castle Games. They're running a deck tech contest. So you either have to submit your deck in or on any platform portray your deck for their deck tech contest, and then they're going to choose out of all the ones that are submitted, and there's going to be a prize at the end of it. So, but I don't know. No one had told me that I was banned from it. I don't even know if to participate in it or not, but
We'll have to ask Sid.
Yeah.
Kev C asks, Steve-O, what champion did you win the 2019 championship with?
Raha.
Raha.
Yeah, it was the underdog of the championship. Nobody saw that Raha was going to be used. I ran her as a fighter for the championship. It was mostly, I think, Nubia, the OTK rain decks. There was 1 or 2, I think, Malik and Idris for the most part, and that was it. I decided to take Raha, and yeah, I took her all the way to number 1.
Who did you take last year?
What's that?
Who did you take last year?
Last year, I threw together a Nubia fighter deck, and I didn't take it as far as I thought I was going to go, but I didn't spend a lot of time on my timeline for last year's championship because I was focusing more on training and getting my community into the competitive levels, right? So it's
trying to get them so they could
get them started
higher,
and yes, like still making it into the top 8, but I mean it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else before I continue on about Necrolich?
No, it's okay. You can go. Oh, except for Jeff's comment here. Let me rephrase. Want to ban Steve-O so my Oni deck has a chance to win. Haha.
It's all right, Jeff. I know the Oni's never going to win. Ever, I don't think. Necrolich. So I designed this card from winning the 2019 championship. I know I get a lot of slack for making this card because of how it affects the design of the game now, but Swarm decks, 100%.
Yeah.
You kind of need this. I know it's only for Axon affiliation, but we're going to have all the combinations coming up soon anyways with Origins. So if you're looking to build any kind of Swarm deck, Necrolich is definitely the card you want to have because of that, bringing the summons back on the field, right? The combo card with him, Kabus, right? So Kabus, your 3 chi, discard a card from your hand to summon it, right? And then you place Necro to get that summon back, or the one that you discarded, right? So like I've showcased that combo quite a few times, but yeah, definitely 100% you need lots of Necrolich. The cost on it, 18, so you got to kind of be a little on the reserve side when playing it. So you want to make sure that your champion can handle a lot of aura, right? So I got one other one that I want to talk about. It's not a 6 chi, but it's probably by far my favorite out of the 5 chis. You want to do it?
Yeah, it's an asset.
It's a monkey.
So
It's a monkey.
Formosan gorilla.
The Formosan gorilla.
I mean, it's not exactly a monkey, but yeah, it's close enough. 14 to beckon. Place him on a spot adjacent to you facing it. Yeah, that's a beckon thing.
Yep.
The trigger is the range earth attack. That is also on his card too. When he enters the arena, it deals 2 range earth damage to a target in its awareness. And then it has a normal range earth attack.
Yes.
For 2.
For 2.
For 2. It's got 3 health.
So you want to hold it up?
Yeah.
I know.
Monkey.
The monkey, yes. The Formosan gorilla, yeah. It's Thymos affiliated. Absolutely amazing. So when he hits the battlefield, doing that 2 damage right off the bat. It does see a lot of play in the metagame, I think. A lot of Aegis decks run it, or summoners run it. Having multiples of these, the 3 health, 2 range damage at that, right? And then when it enters, hitting right away. So definitely a card you're going to want to keep an eye on, especially when Thymos and Axon get. Yeah. We've already talked about that. Yeah. So I keep saying how good that's going to be. But so, yeah. Any other ones that you can think of for Swarm decks?
Off the top of my head, no. But I don't have as much knowledge of all the cards in this game as you do.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, becoming a newer player, but I don't know. These are ones that I think potentially could see a lot of play in the near future, right? So, or either that, it's like let's let the viewers know about these summons and how effective they can be, right? So, yeah, keep an eye on that list of those summons as well. So.
Kevc had asked if you have a Genesis Discord account name.
Do I have a Genesis Discord account? Yeah. It's is it just Steve-O, right?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I know there's a number after it, but I never remember. I just say it's Steve-O. Just look for Steve-O.
Well, you gotta type in the number to.
Yeah, you need the number as well.
Okay, what's the number?
I'm looking it up.
What's the number, Richard?
I don't know.
You gotta give it to
Give
me.
me time,
too.
Steve-O.
Chop chop.
Don't you have like? Oh, but I was no nothing. Just about to ask if you had a normal Discord, like just a Discord yourself. But I mean, to have a Discord group, you kind of have to have a Discord.
Are you typing it in the chat?
Yep.
Okay. It'll be up in the
Can't do
chat
it
in a
anymore.
second.
Can't do it. No.
Can't do what?
Can't do it.
7384.
Steve-O 7834
7384.
7384. Okay.
It's up in the chat.
Is it?
Yep.
Can I see? Here it is. If you're on the same server, you don't need the number. Oh, okay. Just look for Steve-O in the GBOC Discord. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's my Discord. Yeah, you can reach out to us. Any questions you have about the game, or need some information, or you're looking for specific cards as well. We have oodles and noodles. We can hook you up the best way we can. So yeah, swarm decks against pressure point, right? I think so. Yeah, if you're building mass amounts of summons on the field, I think we're going to see a lot more summoners coming out of the woodwork, aside from your big AOEs or even hybrid decks, right? I think it's like very difficult. You're going to force your champion to waste a lot of resources getting through this mass amount of summons, right? So hopefully we'll see a lot more of those outside of the big 7-chi summons, right, that are more commonly used. One that does get overlooked, and I know Sid, the 2021 champion, we always look for when we're drafting is Formosan, the Enraged Gorilla, right? So one of my favorite 7-chi summons. Yeah, the thing is just a beast, even though it does have that it's an action speed attack. Its awareness and the counter on it too, right? So it's counter decks are really good. But yeah, pressure point. I just don't think it's that great of a card, to be honest with you. So, but And also too, coming up with Origins, right? We're gonna see what kind of 3 chi balances we're gonna get for all the affiliations from out of all the new cards, right? So it'll be interesting to see what's gonna come in that. So super excited for it. But anything else you want to add about Swarm decks or 6 chi summons, or dislikes of Pressure Point, or likes? You could like it if you want. It's up to you.
I like the promo artwork.
What?
I like the promo artwork.
The promo artwork, yeah. It did get a reprint in the organized play packs. So that is another way to obtain them if you are looking to get them. However, organized play packs are only available through LGSs that are running organized play for Genesis, right? So yeah, definitely reach out to your LGSs if they don't have organized play for Genesis once COVID's done, or if you're in an area that's not affected by restrictions. Yeah, definitely look into it. Even if your LGS is not really all that interested, they have them contact me. I can talk to them and let them know that how amazing this game is, right? Like, so I mean, it didn't take me long to get Billy interested into it. You started what, back at beta?
Yeah.
Beta, yeah. So you started playing at beta, but you're more of a Commander player.
Yeah.
And a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yu-Gi-Oh judge.
And you're a judge for Yu-Gi-Oh here at the store, which is awesome. But what's your number one game now?
Genesis.
Yeah, so he's taking it.
Traitor.
He's not a traitor. He's not a traitor. He still plays a lot of Commander. So
That's true, he does.
even though he cheats at it, but
He still cheats. Cheater, judge.
a cheater judge, right? No. I mean, I lost train of thought on that one. What?
Hi, Sid. Grandma Brand Hot Dogs is in the chat. Hi.
Just drop your 7s to 6s and up your 3s to cross punch. Yes, the cross punch.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy, the cross punch. Yeah, I know Sid really likes the cross punch card, which hasn't seen a reprint past beta either, right? So it's a 4 chi, does 2 damage for a cost of, correct me if I'm wrong, 2, is it 4 energy for the cross punch?
I think so.
It's either 3 or 4 energy.
That.
Something like that.
I'm thinking a left hook.
Left hook is 3 for sure.
3, yeah.
But it only does 1 damage. Cross punch does 2 damage. So, but it's a 4 chi card. I forget. Remind us, Sid, if you're still watching. What's the cost on it? Was he
2
say?
energy for what?
2 energy for 1 damage. Yeah.
2 energy, 1 damage.
There you go. Words of
That sounds like it.
Grandma Brand hot dogs. Yes.
The words of wisdom.
The Grandma Brand hot dogs. I love that. Did you write that on there? Oh, we do have Grandma.
Yes, the Sid.
The Sid.
The Sid. Because Jeff says, wait, is it Grandma Brand Hot Dog Sid, like the Sid, not a Sid?
It's not an acid. No. It's
Sid, the champion for last year.
Yeah.
2021.
Sid Williams. There, we'll
Yeah.
call it, we'll say Sid
Look at that,
Williams.
yeah.
It's easier that way.
Mhm.
So, but yeah. So, what are you excited about Origins? Anything?
What is it, Phage?
Phage?
One? Seeing
Looking
what
forward.
that is going to bring.
Phage? Yeah. We'll see. I'm semi excited about Phage. We'll see.
We all know what you're excited for.
Yeah.
Only kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see the next level of the affiliations adding in, but it's specific color combinations that I'm more excited about over Phage, and Phage is not really included in those combinations. What? You guys laughing about now?
I'm saying stupid stuff.
Richard goes, I get all my wisdom from the back of hot dogs.
From the back of packages of hot dogs.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
You get your wisdom from hot
Yeah.
dogs?
Then
What?
Then Sid said, well, I'm a Sid, where a Sid is the Sid.
Yeah. Yeah, he made that joke at the championship. He's like, at least Sid won the championship. Yeah, he was stating that Sid Williams is trying to steal his identity, right? So, but yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what Phage has to offer us. Say it, don't spray it, right? Oh my god! Wow, absolutely nuts. But yeah, so www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. Well, you always nod your head every time I say it.
You're getting it good now.
Yeah, I haven't messed it up in a long time, right? I can't even remember how I used to say it, but anyways, check out the website. All the information about the game, how to play, card database, the lore, especially, which I'm so far behind in reading the lore. I gotta get caught up in that. Have you read the lore? You haven't read it?
Not yet.
No. So you should. It gives.
I just haven't had time to.
You haven't had time. I know. Who has time anymore to read, right?
Me, but I read mangas all the time.
You read manga, yeah. Are you caught up on the lore or no? Why not? I don't know. I can't say anything. I'm not either. I'm a bit behind actually, so I have to read the last couple chapters.
Carl's
But
gonna be disappointed.
I know, but I mean, in all due fairness, Carl made me cry on the one episode, so yeah.
That's not that difficult though. You cry all the time,
What?
but you also don't smile.
He doesn't cry like ever.
But he also doesn't smile.
He's grinning. Look there.
Right now, there we go.
So anyway, yeah. So if you get a chance, check out the website. Also, to the geo part of the website as well teaches you about the organized play, the store locators, and how to get involved with organized play at your LGSs. And I guess, yeah, that's it. So tomorrow's the last day of the Kickstarter. If you haven't had a chance to back it up or you're considering sitting on the fence, give it a shot, whether you get a booster box or a larger package. I recommend it. It's going to be awesome. A lot of special stuff coming with the Kickstarter. It ends tomorrow at what time? Do we know what time?
I think it said 11:59 p.m.
Yeah, I thought
11:59.
Yeah.
No, not
Noon.
noon.
It ends before noon.
No, not noon. 11:59 p.m.
Oh, midnight?
Right before midnight.
Okay.
Yeah, I think is when it
Over
said it
before
ends.
midnight.
But I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
That was,
Only have a few
Might
hours
be.
to get it.
No, that's tomorrow.
no, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Okay. Got a day and a bit.
Friday night. Yeah.
You're struggling, Richard. You're struggling.
Friday night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. So back up the Kickstarter for Origins. And I think that's about it. I already mentioned the
No.
contest.
We have a TikTok. Richard told me to promote this before we started. We have TikTok.
We do have TikTok.
We do have TikTok.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah.
I meant just like send the video to people to promote it. I mean, we can promote it here because that's a great place to do it.
Yeah,
is, yeah.
We have TikTok.
Yeah, we got TikTok.
We have a TikTok account now, yeah.
Heads.or.tails9.
Yeah.
There
Hey,
you
you
go.
got it right.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Nice.
I recited it in my head before I said it.
So I
So
know
I covered
you
it
guys have
in
been putting up a lot of Magic content on there, though, right?
A little bit.
A little bit of Magic. It's a mixture of content, Magic, Genesis. I think that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna try and push some more stuff out on TikTok as well in the near future. We also have an Instagram, which my wife takes care of, but I don't even know what's on there anymore at this point.
There's like
But
barely anything. We don't use that as often. It's mainly
No, we don't.
Facebook.
no, we don't. Anybody else say anything?
Yeah, Jeff goes, yeah, if you're watching this and haven't backed, what's wrong with you? Back it already and then buy extra boxes when it releases from Master Tales Gaming.
Oh yeah, I backed it up considerably for the store itself, plus for the show. So yeah, once we get the Kickstarter stuff, we'll be doing giveaways, box openings on the show as well. So looking forward to doing that. So definitely, especially those box toppers, right?
Mhm.
Like the opportunity to get pre-alpha cards in them is going to be insane, right? It's like everybody's going to be wanting that pre-alpha. Yeah, I've already got some pre-alpha. Anyway, you want to do a giveaway?
Sure.
Let's do our giveaway.
Yeah.
Desk Companion. Did you pick one? Oh, what are you doing? You're throwing them in. We don't even have a box.
Well, that's why I'm throwing them on the table.
Oh, we're just gonna randomly throw them here on the table.
Yeah. How tall is she?
What is that?
It's a bag. Laptop bag. Just throw them in the laptop bag.
Good enough.
Yeah, they're sticking together.
They're sticking together. Oh, here, I'll just
Best we got right now. I
gonna
want
say.
to find a box.
here. I'll just no here. We don't need that. I got an idea. Don't stack them in there. So people can say that. Mixing. Okay, so we're drawing for the Heads or Tails Desk Companion Full Art Store Promo. Oh, okay, maybe this won't work. They're all sticking together. They're
Yeah.
going inside of one another.
All right, do we want me to find a real box? Oh, we got that box.
Oh, there we go. That'll work. Sorry, I was unprepared. I didn't have a box to put.
Oh.
Now we got a really nice box.
You want this removed?
We'll toss him in here.
No,
Maybe he'll
that's all
win
right.
something.
That way you don't have to. There, I'll pull it
Your
up.
mushroom baby.
There we go. Let Billy choose.
Oh god.
Billy's fault.
Yeah,
Wait, Billy.
Billy's fault. Oh god, I have two.
Okay.
Triptych card games.
You pulled your best friend.
Vit Rectic Card Games. Was that Zach?
That's
Yep.
Zach.
That's Zach.
That's Zach.
Okay, congratulations, Zach. Thanks for watching, buddy.
He's
Hi,
not
Zach.
watching because he's blind, but you know.
Oh my God.
It's okay, I'm deaf. We make one person.
We should have done it that way.
What?
Jeff said stick your tongue into the pile and whichever sticks to your tongue wins.
No, I'm not doing that. Wow. Some crazy chat going on.
That was
Anyway.
Jeff.
So I think we're gonna wrap up the show. Again, any questions about our content, or if you want to know more further about deck building and need some ideas, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you out. Myself and anybody else in our community. And again, sorry about this Sunday. We won't be able to stream. So hopefully, Grandma Brain Hot Dogs is feeling a little bit better. And there's no problems or issues. But we're thinking about you, buddy, and take care. Be safe out there. Mad shout out to, you want to give a mad shout out to anybody?
Haunted Castle Gaming.
Uh-huh.
Gaming, yeah.
Gamins?
Yes.
Haunted
Can't
Castle
speak
Games?
tonight. Haunted Castle Gaming.
Okay.
Hello. Thank you for making this.
Yourself?
No.
Nobody?
Thank
I
you
give
to
a
everyone
mad
for
shout out.
watching.
I want to give a mad shout out to my mom. Right? Nobody.
Moms are awesome.
Moms
Who
are,
doesn't love
yeah.
mom?
My mom, my mom still plays Genesis with me. So, she got into the game when I did an alpha. She learned how to play the game as well and still loves it. Loves playing. She gives me a challenge when I'm practicing for tournaments and want to try out new decks, right? So, I got to give them. And the 2019 championship deck was inspired by her because Raha is her favorite champion. So it's another thing to the viewer that had asked about that.
She's like your Genesis sounding board.
More or less, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, with her passion for the game as well, and she used to play with us all the time at the old store. COVID hit, so she doesn't come down as much anymore. But, I definitely want to give a mad shout out to her because, she's inspiration to me, right? So, not too many people give mad shout outs to their moms, and I love my mom.
I love my mom.
Well, no one's going to argue with that one.
Yeah, right. So, anyway, on behalf of One Side of the Coin, I'm Steve-O the Gamer.
Wait, where are we
Oh.
located?
Sorry, yes.
131 area.
Brantford,
Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Yeah.
Good job.
And what do we want our viewers to do?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes, like and subscribe the
Also,
video.
be safe.
And be safe. Yes, and respect one another.
Yes.
Right.
As always.
Yeah. Whether you're playing a game or just having general conversation, make sure you respect one another. Everybody has their own opinion, and that's why we call this One Side of the Coin. This is our opinion. Whether you agree with us or not, it's your choice. But it's always open for discussion, right? So
And no matter what, whenever you're playing a game, have fun.
have fun. Yes.
Woo!
Number one. Number one
Always
thing.
have
So yeah, on behalf of One Side of the Coin, again, Steve the Gamer,
one. Matt Dak.
Billy Gorcsi.
and we'll see you next time on One Side of the Coin. Bye.
Jeff said hit the bell. Don't forget to hit the bell.